Drydan.
Hey Katrina.
Thank you for letting me see your space today.
You're very welcome.
Why did you want to do the MFA course?
The MFA was something I kind of wanted to do from I was maybe about the second year of my BA. We kind of had a pretty good engagement at that stage with some of the guys from the MFA, and they were maybe doing little things, little kind of seminar classes with the BA at the time. Just kind of their ideas and the way they were thinking was kind of interesting to me. So that was kind of maybe the start of what planted that seed of wanting to do it. And then after graduating in 2016, it took a couple of years, and kind of, I guess then coming back, it was nice just to have a studio and be part of this environment again. So, and I knew the tutors, and you know, it was pretty heavily associated with the place before anyway, so it was kind of like coming home in some ways. I guess though as well, there's obviously that thing of wanting to progress your work and, you know, really start to explore things on a deeper level and develop a practice, you know, for the professional world of it all. So.
What is the first thing you do when you get to your studio?
First thing, usually a cup of coffee. So whether I've brought a cup of coffee in from home, I probably drink that, or if not, I just make one. Then usually I'm on the laptop, check emails, and get all those things up to date, the kind of officey work bit of what we do out of the way. And then I'm just into the studio, whatever that may be that day. If it's playing with some of the sound stuff, making some drawings, doodling here in front of me, or reading, I don't know, some research online, just from there.
When are you most productive?
Probably when the idea is kind of thought through and I've got things together. I mean, there's not a certain point in the day, it's just kind of if I know I have like this thing to do here and I kind of have like some direction with that, I guess I get it done better when I've more planned out in my head. But in terms of like time of the day or anything, there isn't anything that is better for me. It's just more a case of what I have to do. Or I guess if I have a really busy schedule, I kind of just list it all out and then just one by one do it that way, and then I guess that can keep me pretty productive as well.
What are the tools that you like to use in your work?
Tools? At the minute we have some big paint markers. And I've got some sound equipment over here at the minute. A lot of stuff's happening digitally on the computer for a number of reasons. And then I kind of have like some skateboardy bits as well. So there's some little wheels. And yeah, I guess just anything I can get my hands on. Make, you know, a lot of stuff just exists on paper for a while. Lists, ideas, notes, just lots of things like that. Anything, I guess, like I don't have a favorite tool per se. I guess it's just more what I need at that time.
Who is your work made for?
I guess first and foremost, I make the work for myself in some ways. The way I make work is about things I'm interested in, so it's a combination of my skateboarding practice and my art practice. So it has to make sense for me first. Once it does that, once it's made for me, I guess, and it goes into the public, it's for anyone that wants to engage with it, or anyone that feels drawn to it, or yeah, I guess anyone that wants to look or take the time to understand or question, or yeah, it's pretty open though.
What does your studio mean to you?
I guess it's somewhere I get to work, which is good. It's a separate space away from all the other sort of distractions of life. that's why I'm in here, I guess. I have a studio at home as well. It's kind of a different space, and it's more of a production slash manufacturing making space. So it's more when I have the developed idea, do some stuff there. Yeah.
What has stayed constant in your studio practice since the pandemic started?
I guess a lot of things really have just stayed the same. The way I make, obviously I think about things in terms of how maybe they're going to be shown in a different way, or things like that, but I think the core of what I'm making has stayed the same, or the ideas, or that kind of development process that those processes I always have in the practice seem to have always just been the same thing. Okay, they may have slowed down a little, or they may be slightly different, but for the most part I'd say they're pretty constant.
Do you have any advice for art students or future MFA students?
Do this course because you want to. Make sure you're doing it for yourself, and make sure you're doing something you love when you're doing it. Be willing to learn and throw out what you already know. And if you're just open to everything that you can get from the course, you can definitely benefit.